Hey, good morning, y'all. Welcome back. Let's see, today is Wednesday, the 28th of September, 2022, and we are preparing for our first hurricane. We have Hurricane Ian on its way up from the south. It was originally going to go across like Tampa, and we were going to get the edges of it, but it has changed direction, and it's supposed to head right over us, to the effect that we may even get the brunt of it, then go through the eye of it, and then get the other side of it. Of course, as it hits landfall, though, it can lose power. It can be downgraded from a hurricane to a tropical storm. Lots of stuff can happen. So, we're just trying to stay calm. Obviously, it's our first one. So lots to learn, but we're trying to learn from others, right? There's plenty of information out there on this. So we have water, we have food, we are prepared for the power to go out. We don't have a generator, but it's all right. If the power is out a couple of days, we should be fine. Other than that, like, we're just gonna, basically hunker down. Obviously, not gonna go out anywhere. I'll show you the outside here in just a second. It's about 8 a.m. It's not supposed to get here for another about 12 hours. They estimated about 8 p.m. we were gonna really get the storm. So of course by then it's nighttime. So if the power does go out, we wouldn't need lights anyways. But again, we're prepared though. Like, the fridge is set up so that if the power does go out, we have frozen water in the freezer that'll act as ice. Obviously acts as ice. It'll turn the freezer into like a cooler, right? The water will stay cold there. It's bottled water, so it'll just turn into a big ice chest for a little while. And then the house, right? So it's brand new house, but of course there could still be things that go wrong or whatever. Like, we think we might hear a drip in the master bathroom. So obviously we're gonna bring that up with our home warranty guy that we're assigned to. Little stuff like that. But Mars has to work from home for the rest of the week. I was sent home. Universal is closed today and tomorrow. I expect to be back on site on Friday though. So we'll see how that all plays out. But otherwise, we'll keep you posted throughout the day and night, and probably tomorrow, for our first hurricane. So stay tuned, and we'll show you guys what's happening. It's not too bad yet. It's a little breezy. Like, I can definitely feel it more than you guys can probably see it. Like, the trees aren't moving a lot, but I can feel a breeze hitting me. I don't know if you can tell here. A lot of this water right in front of us is just dripping off the roof. But you guys can see movement on the trees. You can obviously see the water. I think you can see a little bit of the rain or the wind effect that I'm talking about. And again, it's early in the morning, so I definitely expect this to get worse. This is a retention pond, by the way, so it is meant to fill up, and I would assume get rather high. It's a large area though, so I don't really anticipate it getting up to us. It might get to those first sets of trees there, like these trees that are here. That would not surprise me, and that's quite a bit of water. But we'll just see. I'll probably show you guys this view later. I might not step out here later if it's getting too windy and crazy. I don't want to be outside, but this is one of our best views, I think, to gauge how much water is coming in. All right, so it's a few hours later. It's about 9:30. This is the view from our bedroom window. The rain has actually slowed a little bit. I don't know if you can see it hitting the thing. And you can see the wind out there. We also have a little friend in our window. Little tiny frog taking shelter. Hey, little frog. Hope he's all right. But otherwise, we're doing good. It's not supposed to really hit here hard until about 3 o'clock, so I guess about 5-6 hours. All right, hey y'all, it's just after 11 a.m. and let me just give you a view of our backyard. So, still not too bad. Like I think I may have said earlier, the storm's not expected to hit here until closer to 3, but it is getting windy. You can see the wind shearing across the water and the rain and the trees. A little bit of movement. I expect that to intensify a little bit later on this afternoon, but for now, everything is good. We're safe and we're just hanging out and probably have lunch here in just a few minutes. So the wind has picked up. It's actually stopped raining at the moment. But you can see it rippling across the water there. I'm really hoping it takes that stupid bag out of this tree or plastic or whatever the hell that is. It's just been stuck up there. It'd be really great if that gets blown out. But it's 10 minutes to 12, so 10 to noon. And this is what it looks like. So as you can see, it's still not super stormy yet. It's windy. I made some steak quesadillas from leftovers. It's basically just random stuff we had in the fridge. But it's my lunch for today. We'll see how this storm progresses. Alright, so I know a lot of family and friends have been texting, which we appreciate, and kind of want to know what's going on. So I'm standing on the lanai, and let me walk out a little bit further. It's definitely windy. Good gusts of wind, you guys can see it. And it does come through in gusts. It's raining, but not super heavy. Like if I were to walk out on the grass, it feels misty right now. But there's definitely been rain today. Let me see if I can show you like the grass as the wind comes through. It's not bad. So it's about 12:30 here our time, and we don't expect the storm, like the real heavy stuff, to start hitting until at least 2, maybe 3 o'clock, somewhere around there. But we'll keep you posted. All right. So while we've been waiting for the hurricane to hit, basically, I installed hardware on our cabinets. So pretty sweet. Love this thing. So this is a jig I got. So right now I just did the drawer. You can see these are pre-drilled because I had my jig set up for it. They actually ran out of handles at Lowe's, so we bought what we could. But I just installed this one, and yeah, this device is great. The other bit, there's another piece that fits on too. This drawer is too long for it. But anyway, it's just a great jig. Great jig. Just installed this one. So because the drawer is so thick though, it actually has a full front like wall here. It's not just this plate. The screws were too short, so I did have to core through it. But you can see there the screw inside. So as per usual, my motto, as long as you have the right tools and the know-how, you can do anything. And even though I don't consider this very complex, still pretty happy with the way it worked out. I obviously have more to do, but it's coming along great, so pretty sweet. All right, so another update. It's 2 p.m. and from what I can tell on the weather maps, it's gonna get downgraded to a tropical storm by the time it gets here to Davenport, which is kind of what we expected. Again, based on historical storms and records that we could read up. Obviously, this is our first time here. I don't mean to minimize it or anything, or pretend like we know everything. Just again, based on what we read, making educated guess. It's kind of what I thought, As you can see, it is definitely windy. I'm sheltered here because I'm on the lanai, so I'm enclosed here, right? So I'm not feeling it. See it? The wind just changed right now, so now it's blowing towards me for a second. But I can see it's very windy outside. The trees are really moving now. I can hear it. I don't know if you guys can. Let's see. Here, and let's see. I'll cheat and stick the phone out. Yeah, it's definitely windy. I don't know the wind speed right now, but we're doing good. Just a lot of rain, and as you can see, it's not so much that it's like, you know, the ground I'm sure is saturated, but there's no standing water. Plus, as you can see, there's a grade on our property, so all the water is going to run that way. And you can even see the drainage ditch. I don't really notice a change in its height. I mean, maybe it has. There is a drain there, so it drains down. But again, I haven't seen anything. The water line looks the same to me. Just a quick update. It's just after 2 p.m. Steady rains. The winds have picked up, but otherwise we're doing pretty good. Based on the last report I read, it's probably going to downgrade to a tropical storm by the time it gets here. Still going to be very windy and a lot of rain. Still want to stay inside, but it's looking pretty good. So we're gonna keep the current plan, obviously, just staying inside, trying to stay calm. All right, so it's about 3 o'clock. Wind and rain has picked up again. You can see it's been blowing further and further into the lanai. I think I saw some lightning a moment ago. But it's really supposed to get us in about 3 to 4 hours. So about 6:30, 7 o'clock, it'll be the storm itself. And that's when it's really gonna pick up. Alright, here's another update. It's 4 o'clock. Still raining. Wind's about the same. There gets to be some pretty big gusts that come through. But otherwise, we're doing good. You can see it on the water. You guys can probably hear it. See the grass moving. But all is well. The storm has slowed down, so we don't expect it now until about 6 o'clock, so another couple hours. We'll keep you posted. All right, it is now 5 o'clock. A lot more rain coming in. Wind. It has picked up. You can see though, still kind of bright outside, which is a little weird. It says on the weather app that winds are around 26 miles an hour, or at least gusts up to 26 miles an hour. And then we've gotten over an inch, like I think it said 1.26 inches of rain in the last 6 hours. And obviously more to come. It is starting to get saturated now. Like I said earlier, you didn't see it, but now you are. Some of this is just because it's coming off our roof. We don't have gutters on the house, something we're definitely looking into. But this is the current status. All right, since we still have power, we got some pasta going. Gotta make some toast. Did some dishes. Yes, the counter's a mess. We just have stuff out. But I did get these handles installed on the drawers, so the drawers are good to go. We just need to buy a few more poles for the cabinets, the lowers, and we'll be good. It's still raining. It's almost 6 o'clock, but it has slowed, and it's actually supposed to stop raining in about 15 minutes, but then pick up strong around 8 p.m. So we shall see. All right, so here's Mars's feast. Some toast, toasty bread, and I forget the noodles.
It's a capatelli.
And marinara and some cheese,
Some homemade meatballs. I know, my cooking's getting better in this nice stove.
Yep, it's good. We can hear the wind through the vent. But anyways, we're about to eat dinner. It's just after 6. It's still raining outside. Let me show you guys. So, still kind of windy. And the rain is let up, but it's still raining. But it's supposed to stop altogether and just be windy probably, and then pick up strong around 8.
Good.
About 6:30. Getting heavy winds and rain. Just giving you updates, but we're doing good. Alright, it's about 7:15. Still windy and rainy outside. Sun's going down though, so pretty soon we won't really have a good visual, we'll just be able to hear it. Still says we're not going to get hit too hard, and we're not going to get it until another, could be an hour or more. Storm's definitely slowing down, but I guess we're going to get the worst of it probably overnight basically. But they expect in the morning for it to, you know, have passed here. So we'll see whatever the fallout is of this. But again, just giving an update, and we're doing good, we're safe. And actually just took the dog out here to use the restroom, so he did good. And we didn't fly away, so we're good. All right, it's about 9:45. We just lost power for a couple of seconds. It's funny, I just got off the phone. My brother said everything's been good. But they were only out literally, I don't know, probably count to 10. I'm just gonna go check the breakers though. I think it flipped a few of them. I'll be right back. So I'm in Mars's office at the front of the house, and you can see our little tree or plants going crazy. With the street lights, I thought I might be able to show you a little more about what it looks like, but I don't even really see too much water in the street. I think it's draining pretty well. I mean, there's some out there. Let me go to the other window. I think I can see some in the gutters. So this is our driveway, and then sidewalk, and then street. So there might be some down there, but it's not bad. Certainly nothing, you know, that I feel like we should be concerned about. Maybe a different view over here, but anyways, so far so good. Hey there. So just a quick update. It's about 11 o'clock. Still windy, raining outside. They keep pushing it back. Now it looks like it's going to keep raining heavy until closer to 1 a.m. Going to continue raining in general all the way into tomorrow. Possibly stopping by like mid-morning. But so far so good. Other than losing power for that 10 seconds earlier, it's been pretty good. Fingers crossed. I'm going to probably go to bed here pretty soon. Try to get some sleep. Here, let me show you. Oh, I think I just woke him up. What miracle in Mars are asleep. You guys hear the wind and the rain? So I'm back at the front of the house. Can you guys see the wind gusts and the rain outside? Yeah, the wind, it says it's in the low 30s, but the gusts are somewhere in the mid 60s up to low 70s. And it's apparently still a Category 1 hurricane, even though it's this far inland. I thought they had changed it to a tropical storm, but pretty crazy stuff. But again, we're still doing good. Alright, so it's about 10 minutes to midnight. I'm gonna probably try to go to bed soon. It's still pretty windy and rainy here. The forecaster's saying the real heavy stuff should be over in about an hour. And then sometime in the morning, by mid-morning, somewhere between 7 and 9 a.m. is what they're predicting. It'll pretty much be over with, but look at the gusts come through. Alright, I am off to bed. The rain and wind are gonna keep this up for a few more hours, but I feel pretty good about it. So I will see you in the morning. Hello, good morning. So it's almost 6 in the morning. It's 5 something. But anyways, we are without power. So just using our lights. Got a flashlight right here just for right now. But otherwise we're safe. I did a quick little walk around the house just to see if there's any leaks or problems or broken windows or anything. I didn't see anything, so that's a really good sign. I think we're in good shape. I obviously looked up online using my phone about the power situation. So many people without power. Obviously a lot varying degrees of need, right? Some people are without power but also have, a hole in their roof or a broken window, so they got a lot to deal with. Luckily we're safe, we're good. I'm not concerned. We understand that it could take anywhere from a day to multiple days, maybe weeks, to get the power back on. Hopefully it doesn't take that long, but if it's just a day or two, we should be more than fine. And obviously we'll assess and adjust as needed as this thing develops. But it's downgraded to a tropical storm. Gusts are pretty high still. We can hear them. It's still raining, so lots of water. But again, otherwise we're safe, we're fine. The house is in good shape, so not too concerned. The sun should come up in about an hour. It's probably cloudy, but it will be brighter than it is now, so we probably won't need the lights, at least, for the next 12-15 hours. And that's helpful. And like I said, we'll just play it by ear. So that's our update for now, and we'll keep you posted.
It's time to come inside.
What?
It's time to come inside.
We haven't gone yet.
Oh. Go pee pee, memes.
Alright, so it's about 9:30. We actually went back to sleep for a little bit. We still don't have power. It's still raining, you guys can see. You can see the water line has risen a little bit in the retention pond. But otherwise, it's looking pretty good. Let's go see what the front looks like. And here's outside. Looks pretty good in terms of, I don't see a lot of flooding or anything. In fact, I don't see any standing water, which is great. The drainage systems work really well. just steady rain outside, so it looks good. As far as like flower beds and stuff, honestly, I think they look like they're in good shape. Trees still there, so just from the quick glances that I can do from inside, looks pretty good. Looks like the house held up pretty well. All right, so it's about 11 a.m. the following day, and let's take a look at the backyard. Other than some debris that's been flown around, it looks pretty good. I really don't see too many issues. You know, this ground was pretty saturated. I'm sure it still is, but there's no standing water. And the lanai itself, it still needs to get resurfaced, by the way, so this is not finished. Builder's supposed to come back and fix it, but other than some leaves, though, from the hurricane, it's not bad. It's sprinkling real lightly. Like if I zoom in, you can see it hitting the water. Otherwise, it's not really raining much. The water level has risen just slightly, but not too bad at all. I can see a neighbor, few folks out over there looking at stuff, maybe assessing some damage, but otherwise, I think the neighborhood's in good shape. So we all fared pretty well. Here's Mars taking the dog out. Got a little raincoat on. Alright, so it's Thursday evening. Power's still out. Mars and I are gonna go see if we can find some food. Gonna drive around, see what's open, and who knows, maybe the power will be on when we come back. Hey there. So it is 10 minutes to 8 p.m. on Friday, September 30th, and we have power again. It just kicked on a few minutes ago. Gonna let it be on for another 10-15 minutes just to make sure, and then I'll turn the breakers on to everything else. We turned it off to the major appliances and things like that just in case there was a power surge. But it's promising, it's good. So power's on. That's a good thing. Our second container is here. It's in the driveway. We already unloaded a few items from it tonight, so things are good. Yeah, this weekend we'll just be unloading the container and a few little chores around the house, I think. Hopefully the power stays on and we should be good. I had a good day at work. Still pretty basic as it's really my second day on site, but it was good. And again, things are going well. With the power on now, things feel a lot better, obviously, and that's it. So we'll keep you posted. I know it's been a long video, but stay with us. We'll wrap it up soon. We just kind of wanted to get through this bit. All right. Hey, Future Nate here again. We basically ended it here, to be quite honest. Few short clips, more of just showing the yard and the windows and everything. But as you heard me describe, we had no damage from the storm. Our house did really great. I'm sure being a brand new build had a lot to do with that, but you never know when it comes to these storms. This was our first one, as you heard us say multiple times. I think our takeaways from it was, follow the guidance of, the local authorities, what they're telling you to do, when they're telling you to do it. Don't panic. Don't overbuy certain items. Make sure your cars have fuel in it before the storm gets there. Make sure you have some food in the house, some flashlights, really, really basic stuff and things that are said repeatedly. So I really don't think there's any reason for anyone to be unprepared by the time the storm hits. And if you do, quite frankly, you're being irresponsible. You have to be smart about it. It's part of what comes with living here. But if you can do those basic things, I think you'll be just fine. This was quite the welcome from the state of Florida, since we'd only lived here just a short while. I mean, a few days basically, and the hurricane hit. So we did really well. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a little lengthy, and some of it was just watching rain. But I guess we want to try to give insight from a new newbies perspective, for those who are gonna potentially use this video as a way to decide whether to move here or not, and how people navigate it, and so on and so forth. So hopefully that was helpful. Sorry I used the word update probably a billion times in here, but anyway, as always, I hope this is useful. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it, and there'll be more videos to come. So until next time, bye bye.